biblical village where Jesus Christ fed the 5,000 is now underwater. Floods in Israel force archaeologists to abandon the excavation sites. Daily Mail reports this on WND. The place where Jesus miraculously fed the 5,000 has been totally submerged by flooding, forcing archaeologists to abandon the excavation site. Bethsaida, hometown to disciples Andrew, Peter, and Philip, was reputedly where Christ performed the miracles of feeding the multitude and helping a blind man see. Archaeologists have been working to prove that the lost ancient town once stood at El Araj, an excavation site in the northern shore of the Sea of Galilee. This year, it happened. All of our excavations, squares, even the highest mosaic floor of Byzantine church were covered with water. The entire site covered today with a large lagoon in which catfish are swimming. He says, we think that nothing will happen to the antiquities below the water and the water level will reduce slowly, but will not be able to dig this year, he said. Even if the level of water drops 80 centimeters or about 32 inches, we will still have to walk and work in mud, and it is impossible. After the rains, Professor Aviam said that he had expected some flooding but was surprised by its extent. He said, I was thinking about the fact that it would be flooded, but when I came to see it with my own eyes, I was astonished, especially when I got the photos from the drone. Now in the Bible, Bethsaida, a name which translates house of fishing or hunting, described it as a village with green grass that can be reached by boat. El Araj is one of the two sites usually identified by archaeologists as the ancient settlement, and the other being et Tel. But for Professor Aviam, the former is clearly the better contender. El Araj is on the lake shore, not like et Tel, which is also 2 kilometers inland. This is more appropriate for a fishing village, he explained. Now, Professor Aviam believes that the case for El Araj is further helped by the writings of the Roman historian Titus Flavius Josephus. Josephus described the village as being close to where the River Jordan enters the Sea of Galilee. He also wrote about how under Herod Philip II, the village was advanced unto the dignity of a city, both by the number of inhabitants it contained and its other grandeur. And Professor Aviam says El Araj not only matches the location, it even shows signs of the enlarged Roman settlement Josephus described. The location of El Araj is more appropriate according to Josephus Flavius' description. He said, we also discovered evidence of Roman-type bathhouse, which is more typical to urban sphere than a village, nothing like what was found at Et Tel. Now there's even a Byzantine church at the site, which Professor Aviam and his team believe is a church of the Holy Apostles. According to Christian tradition, this church was built in Bethsaida over the home of Jesus' disciples, Peter and Andrew. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.